Hey there guys, Rob here, bringing you part 9 of What If Deku Went to the Dragon Ball universe.
Rob? What are you doing? This is my YouTube channel?
I'm uploading the video.
No. You weren't supposed to because I didn't call for you.
But isn't this what you asked me to do last time?
Last time was one thing, and now, thanks to the poll over here, they say that they want you, so why don't you make like a tree and leave, Rob?
No. I will not leave. In fact, you should leave, and I'll take over from here.
Well, I guess I have to call a friend.
A friend? Who is this friend?
Oh, you know her. You know her very well.
I do. Can you tell me her name?
You want her name? Fine, here she is.
Oh shit, not Zelda.
Hey, Zelda. Phew. Sorry about that, guys. That's been taken care of. We already delayed way too much. Well, let's get into it.
Fearless.
Last time on What If Deku Went to the Dragon Ball universe, Izuku, Nejire, Kirishima, and Shinobu were finally ready to return home. They were having a reunion at Kame House for their final goodbyes, but they were interrupted by Raditz wanting to recruit Goku. But it didn't work out, so Raditz took Gohan instead. Izuku and Goku were about to follow Raditz, but Piccolo showed up with a truce to team up and get rid of Raditz. But as the trio battled against Raditz, Izuku died, causing Goku to discover a new form, but it was futile, thus making Goku resort to a sacrificial play, as he did in the anime, finding himself in Otherworld, with Kami and Izuku. And now the two must traverse Snake Way to receive training from King Kai, while the arrival of the two Saiyans is looming over them. Will Izuku and Goku be able to find King Kai's planet? Will they be back in time for the Saiyans' arrival? Well, let's find out. While Goku and Izuku are running down Snake Way, back on Earth, Piccolo demanded to train Gohan. And at the same time, Gohan wanted to be like Izuku and Goku, so he agreed. Bulma would say, "Gohan, are you sure what you're saying?" Gohan, having tears in his eyes, he would say, Yes, it's my fault. They died because of me. I killed my dad and Uncle Izuku, and Nejire, holding back her tears, she would say, "It's okay, Go-chan. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. We'll bring them back with the Dragon Balls." Gohan sobbing, But, I want to fight too. So, Mr. Piccolo, I want you to train me." Piccolo smirked and accepted Gohan's drive, but Nejire insisted to go tell Chi-Chi themselves, because Nejire knows how Chi-Chi can be, also works to test Gohan's will. When it came to Gohan speaking his mind to his mother, Gohan gathered whatever courage he had and said what was on his mind, making Chi-Chi tear up and calling him a delinquent and rebellious. But after Chi-Chi calmed down, the Ox King said that she should support what Gohan wants to do. A little more convincing by Nejire, thus Chi-Chi allowed Gohan to be trained by Piccolo, as long as Nejire was there too. Time skip to age 762. During this time, both parties have been training, Goku and Izuku with King Kai, and the Earthlings with Kami, while Gohan trained with Piccolo and Nejire, afterwards meeting up at Kami's lookout for extra training. Meanwhile, on King Kai's planet, Izuku and Goku finally managed to catch Bubbles and Gregory, and they were now in the middle of their training with King Kai himself. Izuku would say, King Kai, sir? I was wondering, if the Dragon Balls on Earth aren't able to bring me and the others back to our respective universes, which Dragon Balls can? Are there more out there? King Kai would say, yes. There are 2 more sets out there. One set is slightly stronger than the ones on Earth, and they're currently on a planet called Namek. But the other set can restore universes, but it's not accessible to mortals. I'm not sure if I can get in contact with the right person. I don't think I can get in contact with them at the moment. Why don't you continue your training with Goku and, well, I'll see what I can do. Izuku would say, thank you, sir. I'll do my best. King Kai went to a different corner of his planet and tried to get in contact with the higher-ups. And sooner than expected, he managed to get in contact with the person in question. Well, hello there, King Kai. It's been over 300 years. This is quite unexpected of you. But I must say, for you to do so, it must be quite important. King Kai would say, yes, Lord Whis. I was really hoping that I'm not interrupting anything important, if you know what I mean. Whis would say, if you mean Lord Beerus, don't worry, he's in the middle of a century-long nap. He's not gonna get anytime soon. So, go on ahead. King Kai would say, there seem to be drifters of other universes here, and I was wondering. Whis, interrupting him, he would say, yes, I'm fully aware. That is why I'm searching for those Super Dragon Balls as we speak. I only need a few more, and I'll be sending them back and restoring all of the universes. King Kai would say, that's wonderful news. Izuku sneaking upon King Kai, he would say, well, what great news, King Kai, sir? King Kai is scared. He'll be like, wow, jeez, kid. Didn't I say go trade with Goku over there? Izuku would say, yeah, but, we were kind of hungry. King Kai would say, jeez, you certainly eat a lot for being dead people. Whis would say, is this the drifter in question? King Kai speaking to Whis, he would say, yes, at least one of them, that is. Whis would say, well then, feel free to put his heart at ease. As soon as the remaining Dragon Balls are found, I'll get in touch. But until then, have fun. King Kai speaking to Izuku, he would say, well, I got good news. The person I was speaking to has nearly found all the Dragon Balls needed, and he'll get in touch once he has them all. Izuku, hugging King Kai, he would say, thank you so much, sir. I can't wait to see my mother after 14 years. Goku, overhearing, he would say, well, I guess you'll be getting your wish after all. I'm happy for you. Izuku would say, Goku, no matter where or how far, I'll always remember our time together, the adventures we had, and the people we met. But until then, let's have fun for old time's sake, brother. Goku tearing up, he would say, yes, let's beat these Saiyans, and then we'll have fun. Izuku tearing up, he would say, Goku, stop crying or else I'll cry. Goku, he would say, no, you stop it. You're making me cry. King Kai tearing up, he would say, why don't the both of you just stop? You're making me cry now. Thus the 3 cried and then laughed, and after a good meal, they were back to training. On November 2nd, Goku and Izuku are revived, and they're on their way back to Otherworld's checkout station to meet up with Kami. And on November 3rd, the Saiyans arrive. As the 2 Saiyans land, they're met with the 9 Z Fighters. Vegeta would say, so, which one of you said that Earth was closed? Nejire would say, that person isn't here today? Vegeta would say, very well, it doesn't matter anyways. You, Namekian, where is Kakarot, this so-called legendary Super Saiyan that Raditz mumbled about? And while you're at it, tell me where these Dragon Balls are. Piccolo would say, Goku and Izuku will be heroes in about a few hours, give or take. But for the Dragon Balls, we already used them yesterday to revive our friends. Vegeta would say, fine then, we will wait. Nappa, you know what to do. Nappa would say, finally, now I can test these creations. Nappa planted 9 seeds into the ground, and then 9 Cybermen appeared. And then Nappa challenged one of the Z Fighters to come forward. As the original, Yamcha goes first, and he ends up dying the same as an original. Then Krillin gets upset, and then makes quick work of the rest of the Cybermen. And then Nappa goes in and slowly take out one after another. Chaozu sacrifices himself, followed by Tien, then Shinobu dies, and lastly Piccolo gets in the way of the blast directed at Gohan. Nejire is infuriated and goes to attack Nappa, but she gets beaten down. Kirishima goes and has a turn with Nappa, but he too after a while is beaten to a pulp, followed by Krillin and Gohan. But before Nappa could kill any of them, Goku and Izuku managed to save them in the nick of time, confusing Nappa in the process. Nejire would say, "Zuzu, you're back! I've missed you so much." Izuku would say, "It's okay now, Nejire, because we are here." Izuku will fight with Nappa, with it turning similarly to the original, with Izuku rendering Nappa unable to fight and throwing him at Vegeta's feet. Izuku would say, "Now why don't you return to wherever you came from and give your friend some medical attention." Vegeta looked like he was constipated, and he looked at Nappa's bleeding face as he managed to extend his hand asking for help, hoping that Vegeta would care about his well-being. Vegeta grabbed Nappa's hand, but unlike what Nappa thought, Vegeta launched him into the air while he prepared his ki blast to kill off Nappa. But as soon as the smoke cleared, Izuku was holding Nappa by his foot in one hand, while the other was used to shoot out a ki blast to protect himself from the blast. Nappa, confused, he would say, Vegeta, how could you? After everything I've done. And you, Earthling, why are you saving me? Izuku would say, dying is the easy way out, and what I heard from Raditz, you two and Goku are the last of the Saiyan race. Since Raditz wanted to recruit Goku, there was certainly something that he wasn't saying. Nappa would say, but I killed your friends. You should be killing me, not saving me. Izuku would say, there is another set of Dragon Balls, so we'll use those ones. Nappa would say, if you mean Planet Namek, that was our goal after we couldn't use these balls, but I suggest you to stay out of space travel. Before Izuku could ask, he was interrupted by Goku and Vegeta fighting, and the fight between them ends up as usual, as in the original. But with Izuku helping out as the fight went on, Nappa was more confused and tried to find reason of why he was saved. And as the fighters were exhausted, Krillin tries to kill Vegeta that was about to crawl onto his space pod. But it was stopped by Goku. Vegeta takes a seat in his pod and then glares at Nappa. Vegeta would say, don't even bother coming back. You are nothing to me. That said, Vegeta departed and returned to space where he could get some medical treatment. After Vegeta was gone, Nejire made her way to Nappa, and she was preparing a ki blast to kill Nappa, but Izuku stopped her. Nejire would say, Zuzu, why? Why are you defending him? He killed our friends, and Shi-chan. Piccolo's gone, which means that there won't be any more Dragon Balls. Izuku would say, Nejire, please calm down. Listen. There are 2 more sets of Dragon Balls. One we can reach by traveling through space, and the other, let's just say, are able to bring us home. Nejire was confused to say, now I'm confused. Couldn't our Dragon Balls bring us home? Izuku would say, Nejire, it's a long story. Why don't we get ourselves and everyone else to a hospital or something? And then I'll explain everything. Nejire, Nappa, Izuku, Gohan, Krillin, and Goku unable to move freely due to them being injured, but they still managed to get to the hospital as the original. After some time, Goku showcases his fear of doctors. The only people that were in bed were Nappa and Goku. The others had overall bruises except for Kirishima. He had one of his arms casted. Kirishima, Nejire, Krillin, and Gohan were demanding why Nappa was there with them. As the discussion was going on, Izuku told them his plan and about the truth regarding the Dragon Balls, not being able to bring them home, while telling them the existence of universe-restoring Dragon Balls and that King Kai will let them know when the person in charge of them has them all. From there on, it goes similar as in the anime. Izuku, Bulma, Krillin, Kirishima, Nejire, and Gohan go to travel to Namek with Kami's old spaceship. Nappa does warn them about Frieza, while Nappa and Goku will join them afterwards in the other spaceship. During the trip to Namek, Izuku and the others discussed on what they're going to do once they return home, with the 3 having the same thing in mind, getting Pro Hero license and becoming top heroes since they won't be going to school due to their age and all. Bulma would say, hey Izuku, why don't you take some of our tech and bring them to your world, so you don't have to worry about money? Or even if it pains me to say, why not become an instructor and pass down the teachings of that old perv Roshi, and help those that were in the same case as you? Izuku smiling, he would say, "You're right, Bulma, but I'll probably end up doing both." Neji would say, "Yeah, and don't forget, we have to get married," as they laugh on the comment. No fake Namek. Moving on. After some time, they managed to reach Namek, and that goes pretty much as the original, finding out that Frieza was there before them. Not only that, but Vegeta was there as well. They saved Dende, while finding out that their Dragon Balls are huge. They split up. Neji and Bulma stay together and set up camp. Izuku and Gohan go to find a lonely Dragon Ball, and Dende takes Kirishima, Krillin to get their potentials unlocked by Guru. And they were followed by Vegeta, which was followed by Zarbon. Vegeta kills Zarbon, and Vegeta takes the Dragon Ball that Krillin and Kirishima just retrieved from Guru. After Vegeta left with the 1-star Dragon Ball, Izuku and Gohan arrive from underwater with a 4-star Dragon Ball. Krillin, scared out of his mind, realizing that they managed to steal a Dragon Ball from under Vegeta's nose. Kirishima stays with Bulma, while Krillin takes Neji, Izuku, and Gohan to get their potential unlocked by Guru. But when they go, Vegeta intercepts Krillin, and then he notices 3 high power levels. But before Vegeta could storm Guru's house, Guru warns about 5 high power levels heading there to their planet, and that they were flamboyant. This twist made Vegeta pale, and that he knows who they are, and that they should work together and hope for the best. Izuku, Krillin, Neji, Gohan, and Vegeta return to Bulma and Kirishima so that they can get their Dragon Ball, and bring them together so they can summon the Dragon. But they were stopped by the Ginyu Force, posing, and from here it takes a total different turn. Izuku mistakes them as space heroes, and he starts fanboying and asks endless questions. Needless to say, Kirishima and Neji also got into it, considering that they haven't seen any pro heroes in years. Which in this revelation, the Ginyu Force was very content, and they started to answer Izuku's questions, making Vegeta question himself for how ridiculous the scene was. It dragged on to the point that Goku and Nappa arrived, but nobody noticed them. And once the questions were over, and before Ginyu could get the Dragon Balls and leave the rest of his team to fight, Goku and Nappa simply just killed them all in one go. Goku, disappointed, he would say, "How disappointing, was that it?" Nappa would say, "I guess so. Great job, Kakarot." Vegeta, relieved, he would say, "Finally, the torture is over. I don't want to hear any of you 3 talk anymore. My brain is in major pain." Nappa glared at Vegeta, but before anything could happen, Dende arrived to help them with the wishes. But unfortunately, he was followed by Frieza. Frieza would say, "I had a hunch that something was wrong when I didn't hear from Ginyu. Oh look, Vegeta, it's your friend Nappa. Now the monkeys are together again, but unfortunately, I would like for you to hand over the Dragon Balls if you cherish your lives." Starting by, Nappa punched Frieza in the nose, cutting him off. Neji, Gohan, Krillin, and Dende took the Dragon Balls and went elsewhere as the fight went on. Nappa beaten Frieza for everything he has done to him in the past, but Frieza retaliates and everyone had to pitch in, until Izuku had an idea. Goku and the remaining fighters kept Frieza occupied as Izuku prepares the Spirit Bomb. While that is going on, they use the Namekian Dragon Balls to bring back Piccolo, but after that, Dragon Balls turns to stone because Guru passed away. Izuku was ready to throw the Spirit Bomb, and when the opportunity came, he threw the Massive Spirit Bomb to Frieza, without him knowing. Everything after that point goes as per usual, with the only difference being Krillin and Kirishima die, Izuku gets injured, that causes Goku to go Super Saiyan. And then they use the Earth Dragon Balls to revive the Namekians that were killed by Frieza and his men. Unfortunately, it did not include Krillin or Kirishima. Then it comes to the point that Goku decides to remain on Namek to defeat Frieza alone, while the planet is about to blow up, and everything goes as in the anime. Goku managed to escape to Yardred, with the Ginyu pod. While on Earth, everything happens as per usual, with the addition of Nappa and Vegeta, but the two don't get along at all. After some time, since Frieza and the explosion of Namek, the rest of the Z Fighters were brought back to life. The Namekians made a new home, with both Nappa and Vegeta staying on Earth. Things ended up a little bit heated between the two Saiyans, and Izuku had enough of the prince's attitude. So they end up having a fight in the middle of nowhere, not just with fists but also with their pride. And Vegeta's pride was flawed, and it was nothing compared to Izuku's. Izuku beaten down Vegeta from his high horse and superiority complex and taught him that people can change. Vegeta would say, How can a mere earthling best me, the prince of all Saiyan, an elite warrior?" Izuku would say, "Simple, you're alone, and you'll always be alone." Vegeta would say, "Why would that matter? It makes no sense." Izuku would say, "Then tell me, why do you fight? Who do you fight for? Answer those questions and you'll have your answer." Vegeta annoyed would say, "Then tell me, why do you fight? And who are you doing it for?" Izuku would say, "I fight because I want to protect my friends and family." All that trying to have a smile on my face. Because thanks to them, I can go beyond my limits. Not just me, but also Goku has proven that to you, which is why he's a Super Saiyan, don't you think? Vegeta would say, I guess. You know, with pride like yours, I can almost mistake you for a Saiyan. That said, I got some stuff to do. Thanks, I suppose." Izuku would say, "Sure, and if you're going to see Bulma, if you hurt her, no Senzu Bean will be able to fix you." Vegeta smirking, he would say, "Is that a threat?" Izuku would say, "No, it's a promise." Since that day, Vegeta was more chill, and he apologized to Nappa, and he got together with Bulma earlier. And Bulma was expecting. Time skipped to age 764, to when Frieza invaded Earth with his father for a rematch. Everyone gathers as per usual, only to find Frieza's ship looming over them. As they got closer, they could sense something was happening, and in only a matter of minutes, everything was dealt with. The only thing that remained was the empty spaceship, and a girl with a red outfit that went from spiky blonde hair to blue and silky hair, shocking everyone there. Who is this mysterious girl? Find out on the next part of What If Deku went to Dragon Ball Universe. To be continued.
That's it for today's video. Even though this part was kind of rushed, I hope you guys enjoyed.
Not so fast, Dad.
Oh, hey Blaze, how's it going?
I just saw Zelda leaving out of the building through your office. Do you care to explain that to me?
Yeah, she was here for, date? Yeah, date.
Oh, I will let you try that again because I know there's no way in hell someone like her will go out with you. I guess that you brought her here to kill someone for you even though I live right next door to your office.
Blaze, put that scythe down. It's not what it looks like. He needed Rob for a smash competition, so she took him away.
Do I truly look naive to you? All the work that we do together, and this is how you repay me? You call some fantasy princess instead of your bro to handle your problem?
You told me you were busy with part 18 of the All for One series.
I'm almost done with it. Even if I was, you're editing your own video right now, so it wouldn't have gotten out anytime soon. I could have taken 2 minutes to handle this guy for you, but instead you call some fantasy princess to do the job.
Blaze, put that scythe away, or I won't be able to edit any more videos.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be able to edit it when the time comes, but for now I'm going to do something to you that won't be monetizable on YouTube.
How?
Pray for Ed fanbase because he's going to need all of your strength when I'm done with him, but this is where I'll say the video ends, so bye everybody.
I will have my revenge. Ed, you won't escape my wrath. Now where did I put my friend list?